Okay, hello. So as promised, I wanted to go through my postpartum, like 1 year journey, body fat testing, all that stuff, so I can just kind of show you. So I'm just going to show you all of them first, and then I'm going to talk to you about them. So this is number 1. This was at 6 weeks postpartum. So I do want to add, when I left the hospital, I was 176. So I went in at 180, like 3, and then I lost 5 pounds ish after having the baby. So I went home at 176. Anyways, so I started, this was 6 weeks postpartum around August, at 152.2 pounds, so 37.5% body fat. 57 pounds of that was fat mass, and 95 pounds of that was lean body mass, is what that means. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so this is number 2. This was around November. So this put me at 149 pounds, 35% body fat. 52 pounds of that was fat mass. 96 pounds of that was lean body mass. So you can already see kind of body composition changing. Not much weight loss, literally 3 pounds. But I did lose a pound. I gained a pound of muscle and lost 3 pounds of fat. So my weight didn't change very much, my body composition did, and that's the goal. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so then this one was in March, when I got to Florida. So 147 pounds, body fat mass, sorry, it's different. So 47 pounds of fat and 100 pounds of lean body mass. So I actually, and I was 32% body fat here. So I went down to about 3% body fat, 47. So the weight again was 2 pounds? Yeah, 2 pounds. But I put on literally 4 pounds of muscle and lost, sorry, I should have done the math first. 5 pounds of fat. So literally the weight didn't change much because I lost so much fat and put on so much muscle, so it stayed kind of the same. All right, so yes, let's move on. Okay, so this is my most recent one. This one was in June, so this was about 2 months after. So I did my one March 29th. So 143 pounds, 93 pounds of that is lean body mass, and 44 pounds of that is fat. So, and then I'm 31.2% body fat. So my body fat percentage did go down slightly, but I did only lose, you would think I lost a lot of weight, so 147 to 143, I mean, that's 4 pounds, but it wasn't all body fat though, which is not the goal. I lost 2 pounds of fat and 2 pounds of muscle mass. So now I'm gonna recap all of them. Okay, so let's do a recap. Started off at 37.5% body fat, and then as of my last one, we're down 31% body fat, so that is 6.5% body fat overall. I'm 1 year postpartum, literally on Wednesday, so this is 1 year postpartum is what I'm giving you. And then, okay, so fat, so pounds of fat that I had, I went from 57 to 44, so that's 13 pounds of fat, 13 pounds, okay? And I should have started with weight. Let's put that into perspective first. So my total weight, I started at 6 weeks postpartum, 152 pounds. I'm at 143 pounds. So I only lost 9 pounds. I mean, 9 pounds is huge. I'm not going to say only, but 9 pounds is what I lost. It's what's showing on the scale, okay? But fat, the amount of fat I had was 57 pounds, and now I have 44 pounds of fat. So that's 13 pounds of fat, okay? And then my lean body mass went from 95 to 98. So I put on 3 pounds of muscle. So that's where you're getting the 13 total pounds of fat, but only 9 pounds on the scale, okay? Because you're going to recomp some, and that's the goal. The goal is to recomp. Now, if you have a lot of weight to lose, then yes, you're going to drop more weight. But if you don't have as much weight to lose, then the goal is to just recomp, okay? So the weight might fluctuate just a little bit. I'm still at 31%. So I'm still at 31% body fat, which is not my goal. I like to be in the 20s. Pre-baby, in the 20s is where I feel like my best, my most athletic body. So that's my goal. But I'm not in a rush to get there. Like I've talked to you before, I've done all of this through intuitive eating. I work out at least 4 times a week. Sometimes it hasn't always been 4 times a week, just because obviously the baby, I didn't always make it 4 times a week. Now it's getting more consistent that he's older. And then I just try to eat the best that I can, just eat whole foods, stick with my lean protein, drink my water. I'm talking about water, okay? Lots of water. Eat my vegetables, things like that. I still drink my wine, and I'm not chugging wine, but I'm drinking wine at least like maybe 2 times a week. I have dessert 2 to 3 times a week. I just kind of don't overeat, you know, just try to stick with those kind of goals for myself every day, and that's just kind of what's worked for me. So if you want to be in a more like restrictive calorie deficit, then you can do that. If you want to do more intuitive eating, kind of like what I've said, then you can also do that, which I have another video on my YouTube that explains more what intuitive eating is. But anyways, just know that it is possible, you know, you don't have to be so restrictive. And overall, I left the hospital at 176. I lost 32 pounds. Just like overall, you know, I didn't do my... Okay, so last but not least, what was I saying before it cut me off? Oh yes, so it's 32 total pounds after I left the hospital, and now I'm a year, my baby's a year. But obviously I did do my body fat scan, so not all of that was body fat. Anyways, last thing, and then I'm out. Also want to add is, do not be discouraged, because this eating everything in moderation has taken a lot of years for me to do. Okay, I started first, I was exercising like crazy, but eating like crap. Wasn't getting anywhere. And then I went to replacing 2 meals a day with shakes. So then I got super skinny and over-exercising and overtraining. I was just so tiny and not strong and not really healthy. And then I finally found a balance, I think. I was just over it. I was over starving, and I was over whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to eat everything in moderation. I'm going to work out hard, and I'm going to see what my body wants to do. And I'm going to listen to my body. But that has taken about 8 years. So don't feel bad and don't put pressure on you. Just know that you do have options, and this way that I'm telling you is going to take longer. You need to understand that, but it's also a complete lifestyle change, and it's not like you're going to do it for 6 months, so you need to be super restrictive and then you're going to go back to normal eating or whatever. Complete lifestyle change. Okay, I think that's it, because I don't want to keep rambling, but okay, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will answer anything and everything. Okay.